Welcome back, everybody. We are back here for another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Darkside Territory Battles is upon us, and this is going to be a general guide for a lot of newer players. There are a lot of players that are new to the game coming into it. Some of them may be doing Darkside TB, some of them may be doing Hoth Territory Battles. However, this guide is going to be just for Geonosian Darkside Territory Battles, and it is going to be a general guide. And do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below if you like this video as well. Come check me out on Twitch. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So for the general tips for this, I'm actually only going to have about 6 general notes that encompasses the entire Darkside Territory Battles. So the Darkside Territory Battle for Geonosis is going to last 6 days for the entire event. So phases 1 through 4 is going to be 6 days, and each phase is going to last 36 hours. Now, in order to qualify for your guild to even do Geonosis Territory Battle is going to require 80 million galactic power. If you are at this point, it may still be worth it to consider Hoth, depending on where the rewards are at. However, that actually goes into another point. If you want to get Negotiator or Malevolence, you need to do Darkside Territory, you need to do Geonosis Territory Battles. Otherwise, you do not get 2 in order to get Malevolence or Negotiator. As well, for the guild leaders, one of the things that will be super helpful for your platoons is going to be EchoBot on your Discord. EchoBot is essentially going to take all of the guild members that you have and place them into this for you, and then it'll let you tell them where they need to place characters. So EchoBot is absolutely amazing for this. It is pretty much just for guild leaders, and it lets people know where to place the platoons. Which leads me into another point. The platoons for these are never going to change. So once you have the ability to fill all of the spots, you can do it consistently from there on out. So if you are missing characters, it is actually a good idea to have people try and fill those spots or build characters for them, just that you can fill the platoons for all of the different missions. Now, I am not going to be going into specific advice for any of the missions for this, any of the battles. However, the only piece of advice I will give for that is going to be, as a general rule of thumb, if you're using Geonosians, just ability block everybody on the team. If you're at low gears, it makes the mission significantly easier, and it's probably the easiest point that I can give without actually going into specific strategies for everything, which will make a video take way longer. I'll probably do this at a later video for people who want to see that. However, for right now, just ability block everybody, if possible, with Geonosis. The last note I have for general ones is going to be that you can use 6-star characters up until Zone 3. So phases 1, 2, you can use 6-star characters. However, phase 3 right here is where it's going to switch, and you need 7-star characters to do it. So you can use 6 stars up until Zone 3. This is not phase 3, that is Zone 3. Alright, now we're going to get into some of the stuff with the specific zones. Now, in the Zone 1, there's going to be the mission that requires Poggle, Sunfac, and Geonosis Soldier. So those are going to be required characters, as well as 6-star Separatists for this zone. The other one is going to be Darkside. So for Zone 1, you need the 3 Geonosians there, Newt Gunray on the special mission, B1, B2, Droidica, Separatist. So total, you need those 2 teams, and then 3 Darkside teams that are going to be used for this. Keynotes for these 2 zones, a lot of people aren't going to have Newt Gunray geared up in order to do this mission. If you do not have Newt Gunray, I just use them in with my Grievous team, since I don't have my Newt geared up. In this one, a lot of Darkside teams work for this phase, especially since you only need them at 6 stars. It does make things significantly easier for the first phase. And the Darkside TB is significantly easier than the Lightside Territory Battles for Hoth, so it does go significantly quicker. Example, my guild is 6-starred, well, 3-starred both the phases, adding up to 6-star total for the first one. And then as you start going through, for guild leaders, one thing you can do, my guild used to do this a lot for the Lightside one. If you are not going to get enough to get a star, or if you're on 2 stars and you're not getting the third one, and you would be 0 starring this, put the points into this, get close to the 1 star, and then for this one, you don't go on to the next zone. You'll actually just leave this at 0 stars and can do it the next phase. And then you can actually try and get closer to the next star by doing that. So in the zone 2, you are going to need Dooku and Ventress for the top zone. And then last special mission, you do need the Geonosians at 6 stars. I would definitely recommend getting them higher than 6 stars. You're going to need them for the Watt mission later anyways. So for zone 2, you're going to need Count Dooku, Ventress, Geonosians. You need to finish the Darkside team for the Dooku Ventress, as well as 4 Darkside teams. And then, as well as zone 2, you're also going to need to get your Executrix geared up a little bit, as well as Chimera, and you have an event for Vulture Droids, so you do not have to gear yours up at all. Now, the keynote for this is going to be with the Chimera, you can literally throw the worst ships you possibly have alongside a decently geared Houndstooth and Chimera, and just solo it. Houndstooth, if you play it right, can literally solo this entire thing by himself, and it makes things significantly easier because then you can use your best lineup with the Executrix to try and get both missions. Now, if you can, for some reason, only get one, Executrix does get you more. However, just gearing up Houndstooth makes this significantly easier in helping to 3-star this phase. So that is like a huge bonus for your phase 2 / your ship zone. Alright, so next one's going to be on to phase 3. For this one, I'm actually going to start with these ships. You need the 3 Geonosian ships, which is going to be Geonosian soldiers, spies, and Sunfax ships. Now, if you have Malevolence, it will make it easier for that. Again, you can do another Chimera and Houndstooth solo on this mission. It's just a little bit harder as long as I remember right, but you can do it on that one, and then use your Malevolence or whatever Executrix. And these 3 ships do actually work significantly well with Executrix. That is what a lot of people were actually using before we got Malevolence as one of the best fleets. Alongside the Geonosians was actually Executrix. So it is a good option if you do not have Malevolence by any chance. It's actually one that I normally recommend for a lot of new players because it helps you transition that team into getting your Malevolence. But they do still work really well in even Grand Arena as well. Now, out of the characters you're going to need for Zone 3, you are going to need your Geonosian Brood Alpha, as well as the Geonosians at 7 stars. You are going to need them bumped up higher than this if you want to consistently get it. The Watt Shard, generally, most people are going to be doing Gear 12 to consistently get it. Watt is an absolutely amazing character. He's going to be a requirement for Jedi Master Kenobi and is an amazing character for Crankor, as well as just general teams for Grand Arena. He is used a lot. For the top zone, you're also going to need Separatist droids. Normal Grievous team works. You need a Darkside team. You're going to need another Darkside team, and also 2 Darkside teams for the bottom one. So total Brood Alpha, along with your Geonosians to get Watt. You need Separatist droids, so Grievous, and then 3 Darkside teams. Wait, that adds up to 5. Yeah, so 3 Darkside teams as well. So you're going to need 5 teams there. The set droids are definitely worth it. You also are going to need Grievous for your Malevolence lineup. The 3 Darkside teams for this start getting harder to do. The Tenacity stops a lot of teams from working as well. This is where they bump up from 6-star to needing the characters to actually be 7-star. So it is a huge jump in difficulty from phase 2 to phase 3. And this is going to be the phase a lot of guilds are going to start having issues of actually starting to bump up the star count. However, we're going to go ahead and go on to phase 4. This is going to be the one a lot of guilds are going to have major issues with. Total, you're going to need Count Dooku and Separatist, Watt Tambor for the Get 2 currency, and then 4 Darkside teams. So there's not a whole lot of characters that are going to be required. Watt for the Get 2. And the other one is just going to be Separatist alongside Count Dooku for this one. So there's only 2 missions that actually require specific characters. Everything else is going to be whoever you use. Now, again, for the top one, the ships does not require anything specific. So again, Chimera and Houndstooth is absolute key. This one, since there's only one, I would recommend just putting as much into this one as you can to try and get as high of a star count as you can to finish out those phases. Now, the other key point that I like to mention here, when you're looking at the Separatist and Dooku mission, is going to be the territory points. So this is up to 2 million, whereas the other ones on this are up to 1.5 million. So if you want to bump up your star count, adding an extra 500,000 per character person that completes this mission can actually bump out a lot once you're trying to get as many stars as possible. So now I'm gonna go to the keynotes that I have for everything. The Separatists in this are going to get the Separatist affiliation buff. Whenever this character defeats an enemy, all Separatist allies, and this is for all Geonosis heroes gain this following ability. Or wait. Yeah, all Geonosis heroes. Not Geonosians, Geonosis heroes. Whenever this character defeats an enemy, all Separatist allies gain 1 stack of Separatist affiliation for the rest of the battle. So this goes through phases, through all 4 phases. Separatist affiliation becomes Separatist loyalty at max stacks, which is going to be 10. So deal 5% more damage per stack with attacks not based off health. So deal 50% more damage with attacks not based on health. So it adds up to a lot on your Separatist lineup. Separatist teams are absolutely key to getting as many stars as you can in Geonosis territory battles. Another key point is going to be that some of the platoons only affect Separatists. Or the platoon modifiers or bonuses, whatever you want to call them. So examples, yeah, allied strategic ability. So example, Droid Factory summons the B1, B1, B2. Now, this can be used by anybody. Now, when looking at it, okay, core ships, character combat only. So this, again, can be used by anybody. However, once you're at level 3, at the start of each turn, Separatist allies, so this one only affects Separatists, they recover 5% health and then equalize health with all other Separatist allies. And then Hellfire Tank is going to be the big one. Character combat only Separatists gain this ability. So this means that you working towards this is a huge boost for your Separatist teams and will pretty much majorly bump up the amount of phases a lot of the people in your guild are going to be able to get, especially since so many missions require Separatists. It helps bump those up, get the special missions done easier. It helps for all of the phases where you're using Separatists. And this is only if a Separatist is in the phase. So that means that as long as there is a Separatist in the team, that ability is granted to that character and can only be used by that character. So that is going to be pretty much all of the keynotes for that. So that is pretty much going to be all of the notes that I have for Geonosis Territory Battle. If you guys think I forgot anything, do not forget to let me know in the comments. By no means am I an expert in Geonosis Darkside Territory Battles. However, I do think it is really important for guilds to progress forward in this. Getting the Geonosis Territory Battles is a huge boost for guilds as well, especially for new players that are trying to get Malevolence or Negotiator to help bump up their fleet. Because as of right now, Malevolence and Negotiator are the only 2 capital ships that are at the top end of Fleet Arena. And those 400 crystals for first plate for Fleet Arena is a huge boost. So, if you guys have any other comments, do not forget to let me know. Until next time, the zoo's closing down for the night.